Hello everybody and welcome back once more to some naval action painting. We'll continue this third episode of the series by looking at the rank 5 ships. Now there are several ships in this list and they have quite a few different paints to choose from. So you might experience a cut or two here and there as daylight shifts and I have to craft a new ship to make sure I have space for them all in my docks. So just be warned. Now there are a few exceptions to what I've said before about the DLC ships and such, as the 5th rage actually have a few special event ships. I'll get into them as we go through the list, but I haven't been able to find that many of them prior to recording this video, so I might do a DLC event ship compilation at the end of the series once we cover all the vanilla ships in the game. Anyway, let's get into it. The first one on our 5th rate list is the Belle Pool, and it has several good options. Fairly yellow ochre color as vanilla, and the first option up is the Brest Harbor color, which again is a dark theme with red outlines, a bit more brown than some of the other red ones we've seen. Some of the other ships have a bit more black and red outline, whereas this is more of a brown, but a pretty ship nonetheless. Especially want to keep that bit more piratey theme of dark and mysterious ships. Good detail on the stand, or the bow as well. Moving on, the next one is classic white. There's a bit of sheen to it, but it comes off like a greyish more, but it's actually black with a white line, brown details, and a pretty white stern. I like this colour. Next up is simply called French. Bit more of a wooden colour both on the deck and the side line, with some red and blue trim around it. Not a bad colour, but pretty similar to the vanilla one. Next one up is Concord, which has a lot in common with the Sweet Dreams, but very pang colours up front and in your eyes. Good contrast with the yellow and the red. Anyway, I'm no paint specialist anyway. Yeah, so Concord. Next one up is called Navy. Bit like the Concorde, but changing some of the variation in colouring, changing for a black and red outline and a decorated stone with a bit of red. Next one up, Rouge Noir. Again, sorry for butchering the French. I'm a Dane. I'm not that good at French and foreign words. Again, another very black and red outline. This is a bit more in good shape than some of the others. They've been a bit more weathered. Bit of a golden highlight on the line and the end and on the stern as well. Pretty colour. And again, they've changed the mast colours on this one, so it comes together a bit better, I think. Next one up, the Sweet Dreams. As you can see, brown sides, black hull, the blue and yellow of the Swedish flag, and a pretty clear deck. Blue and yellow on the stern as well. And the last one is the Unite. Once again, this very dark blue, grey color combined with a almost salmon pinkish color. And the red outline. It's not a bad look, but it takes a bit of getting used to, in my opinion. But that was the Belle Pool. Next one up on the list is the Cerberus. So let's go into port and find our Cerberus. There she is. And once more, I have to click and open it every time. I simply cannot get it to open itself up in an easier way. Once again, don't press OK unless you want to withdraw that selected paint you have on the outside. Bare bones, the Cerberus is coming up as mainly light wooden colors with a bit of green and black details. First one up, Corroda. Basically switching the underside and the side colors for red, and still keeping the black and green outline. Definitely a ship that you're able to see once in a fleet action or something like that. Next up is French. Similar to some of the others with the same name, but there are some variation to the underside being white and a very fresh wooden look to the sides of it, and a bit more dark red. Once again, very colourful paint scheme here. Next one up is the Navy. Almost completely black hull, bit of fresh wood, red outline, green on the inside for a bit of contrast, and the almost black grey when the light hits it on the stern as well. Another great paint job. Last one, the Sweet Dreams. The yellow are a bit more faded or toned down on this one, but still yellow and blue and green outline on the inside. Wooden sides, varnished or varnished. Sorry for that pronunciation. Varnished or definitely a bit more weather beaten, and a white underside. Another great paint job, I think. And that's the options for the Cerberus. So only 4 on the Cerberus here. Next ship is gonna be the Diana. Now the Diana is an event ship at the moment, and I don't currently have one. So the Diana is one of the ships I'm gonna try to get my hands on once I'm done with all the let's call them vanilla ships for now, but all the regular available ships, along with a few others. So next up is going to be the Endymion. Let's find it in our port. There she is. Let's see here if I can get it to update. I can't. Right. Sadly. So once more, close down, open it back up. 5 frames. Right. So the Endymion, as standard, a very broad yellow line, white underside, black sails and red details on the inside. Not a bad looking ship on its own. It also has the brown with red outline breast harbor module, not paint. I do like this one. Some ships actually carry this color better than some of the black and red ones. Again, these are all my personal opinions. But a muted ship when it comes to the colors. Next up is, oddly enough, a Pandora. A bit more bright colors, yellow and blue details on the front, some very heavy red on the sides with a bit blue and red, blue and yellow colors on the stern as well. Next up is simply called Clay. An off-white with a slightly green blue and a bit of red detailing around the bottom of the mast and some of the other areas. I really do like this color. It makes it stand out, and the weathering on the plank is very well done on this one. So a very good option for the Indiaman in my opinion. Grey pattern is also very good. Again, muted colors, tones it a bit more down, a bit more of the green grey and some blues, with an off-white and grey on the side. Next up we have a paint called Lemon, and as the name indicates, obviously yellow. Wait, lemons are green. Anyway, a few greys, a bit of blue, some yellow on the sides and the grey on the side. Not a bad color too. Suits the build of the lines of the Endymion, in my opinion. And you can see from the list, the Endymion has loads of options. The next one is called Chocolate. Again with the wide line down the side of it, and then a bit more brown earthy colors on the side. Again, the red details on the inside, and the capstan and stuff like that. Another great color for the Endymion. The Endymion is, in my opinion, a very good ship, and just a pleasure to sail. Montagna, bit of a reddish brown with some white detailing on the front, black around the edges, and a dark and white stern. And a good paint job with the Endymion. Next up comes one that's called Classic Blue. And you'll notice there's not actually that much blue in it. Blue and yellow details with a very wide white line, and blue and yellow on the stern, and some red insides for both the gun ports and the siding. So that was a Classic Blue. The North Wind comes up again with a bit more earthy tones, greenish red detail, and some very decent weathering on it. Another great color for this one. Bloody is up next, and obviously that's going to be a dark red color. Bit of red white outline and green on the inside. Another very good color, in my opinion. The Endymion just has so many great colors to choose from. Checkers up next, a bit more of a classic with the yellow sides, golden details, white line, and a lot of red for the railings and stuff. Now the sun is setting. I'm just gonna see if we can get the last of these done before it completely goes. Grey wood, again a bit more muted, off-white, greys, red details, and brown, and blue and red on the stern. Chestnut blue was the last one. We got the chestnut color on the side, blue sidings, white on the side, and a few details, and the inside once more in red. Last one, just gonna do it before it gets all dark. Classic Dark is the name. Bit of a tan color down the side, and some of the details more bluish color. Let's see if we can rotate it a bit. The sun is setting, but there's some blue detailing down the side. Sorry for this being so dark. White black line, again red on the inside, and blue detailing with the tan color on the stern. And that's the colors for the Endymion. I'm going to put a cut in here, and then we're going to be back when the light once more is favorable. See you in a bit. Alright, we are back again. The sun has risen once more, and we are continuing down the line of list of fifth rays. Next one up is the Essex, and the Essex again has a few options to choose from, but the vanilla color is a very wide black and white line with a lot of red detailing, and once again the ochre moss. First one up is the Brest Harbor color scheme, again the mostly brown with the red detail. So nothing new there. The next one is Pink Royale, and you can see why. A lot of pink down the wide line on the side of the hull. Again, the red details on the inside, and mixed with black on the outside as well. Definitely a color that will stand out. Next one up on the list, the Rouge Noir. Very similar to the Brest Harbor, except it's black and red and not brown and red. I do prefer that one, but some ships definitely carry the brown one better than the black, in my opinion. Yeah, so mainly a black ship with a lot of red details. Once again, very good for that classic pirate feel. I'm gonna butcher the next name with Sangre or Sanger or whatever. Sorry. But a more reddish paint, a bit more in line with the Spanish colors. Very wide red line down the side, again with black coppery underside, bit of detailing, and some very light moss for this one. I do like this paint job on a lot of the ships. and I use it myself on quite a few. Next one up is Sicily. Basically the same paint lines as before, except it's a very yellow wide line on the side, again red interior, and very orangey colors on the masts. Unite is the last one here, and that is that grayish blue with the salmon pink color, and again the red outline on the inside of the gun ports. And the coppery bottom, not to forget. And the port was captured by neutrals. Sad, sad days. Right, let's continue down the list. The next one up is the Frigate. There she is. Quite a few colors on her as vanilla. Very wide yellow line, a bit of golden trim, green on the outside, and again red is the main inside color. Coming down the list, the first one up is the Brest Harbor one. Again, it's the brown hull with the red outline. Nothing really changes from the other version or the other ship with the same paint scheme here. Classic white, black hull with a very wide white line, some light details. Again, very pristine looking paint scheme here, not that much weathering done. Red on the inside and mainly black on the rear. So yeah, next one up is the Navy. Again, a more weathered, a bit more beaten black hull with a lot of red detailing and some lighter wood colors. Very pretty one. Rouge Noir again, another black and red paint job. Some of the details are changed the colors, the masts and particularly the deck is lighter. All the lettering on the rear is turned red, but another good paint job. Last one, Sweet Dreams. And the Frigate is another one of those ships where the yellow has been undertoned compared to some of the other Sweet Dreams variations on other ships. So there's not that very stark yellow contrast line around the blue, but very wide wooden colored sides, a few details in blue, and the inside is red, and then white bottom, black line. That was the last one of the Frigate colors. Next up on the line is the Le Gros Ventre. It's a trading ship. Sorry for clicking the pen there. Just checking something off. But let's find her in the list. There she is. Service main. And let's get on. Paint her back out. The LGV is another ship. I actually like the basic color of very much. It looks good with the blue detailing on the black and wooden colored hull. I really like this color, I must admit, as a vanilla. Anyway, Belle Pool, nope. Let's go down the list. Classic white is the first color. You got a bit more grey greenish deck color here, a wide line and some wooden detail. The color's a bit more muted, and I do like those paint schemes. And that's the only one for the LGV. Now the next ship on the line is a LGV variant, the LGV refit. I'll just show you quickly. It has few more options with the Pirate, the Classic White, the Molstead, which you'll see on the Christian, a variation of in the Christian. It has a Classic Grey as the Endymion. The refit is another one of those event ships or rare ships I haven't been able to get a hold of, and I'm gonna try and track it down for the last episode of this series. So let's pop along with the next one on the list, and it's another one. It's the last one of the ones I couldn't get my hand on. Sorry, because the next one on the list, if we just bypass the Hercules, which is a DLC ship, it's the Santa Cecilia. Another event ship, which usually comes around during the weekends with the Admiral de Ruyter ship. I was usually able to get it there, but I haven't been able to get a hold of one. So that's on the list too, to follow up around in the end. So we pop on down to the Indiaman, and I have quite a few of them. Most of us do. See if I can find one I haven't painted yet. That one shouldn't be painted. Whoops, wrong one. That one. Yes. There we go. I need to cut that one down. And I know it might be a bit annoying for me to sitting here clicking and opening windows, but the time it would take me to edit out for each and every ship is just going to give me too much editing time, so you'll just have to endure. Now, another trade ship, very wide wooden area on the side, black detailing, red gun ports, green on the inside, but a very pretty decorated stern here for a trade ship. But first one up is called Candy. More or less the same as the vanilla colors, but with a lot more red and white on the detailing, especially on the stern and along the railings. Pretty color. And the one I cannot pronounce, I'm not gonna try. This is the main color I use on my own Indiaman. Again, very black, red detailing on the inside, on the gun ports, and a lot of white. I use this on all my trade Indiamans mainly. Next one up, a version of the same but called Classic. Basically changing a lot of the white details out for a bit more of a wooden color or very dark ochre if you want. Another way to differentiate your trade ship if you need them to be in the same type but have a bit of variation. Last one is the Sweet Dreams. And here we're back to the very distinct outline of the yellow, but a bit more muted on some of the others, but very clear against the blue. Brown and black sides, a bit of golden trim, red gun ports, red inside, and heavily golden on the rear. Another good option for a trade ship. That was the Endymion. Next one up is the Pirate Frigate. I only have one of those at the moment, and it's already been painted. So if I just pop in here and destroy the paint on it, you can see the bare variation of it soon. As soon as I close this down, hopefully. That should change it. No. I can't remember if this is actually the vanilla color. It might actually be. Anyway, we'll see in a bit. The Pirate Frigate has a few variations, and as the name implies, it has one of the options to carry black sails. First one up is the Outlaw, which is an all black, very black pearly color scheme, if you will. Very dark gray, a bit of very dark brown, very worn look, and black sails. Definitely worth a name. And that's the only one it has, and then the other one as the vanilla. So that was a Pirate Frigate. Next one up on the name is another French name I'm probably gonna butcher. Let's find it. The Renommee. There she is. Another ship that can actually be a bit difficult to get the blueprint of. I was lucky enough to have a few. So let's find her and see her option. As a standard color, you can see you have a very yellow side, black outline, white bottom, and some red detailing around the side. That's the Hermione, wrong one. There she is. First one up is Barra. Changes some of the detailing for a bit more of a dark blue and change the wood color to a much more fresh wooden color. Now it has a very pretty stern, very decorated if you're into that kind of thing. Very low profile in the water. It's a very pretty ship in my opinion. Very rounded side. Might be something you want to go check the background of this ship as well. The Brest Harbor one, again that brown color with the red outlines. A bit more work done on the rear here with the detailing to give a bit more variation, contrast. Silvers and gold, and some golden on the front on the globe as well. Another good option for this ship. Last one is the one we can't pronounce, and this is actually one of the favorite ships to put this color on, beside the Indiaman, because that low foredeck, let's give the naval terms right now. At this point, I'm all about the color schemes and not as much the terms, so bear with me. But again, the black outline, black hull with the white outline and white details, and very grey dark on the rear, which is a shame. It could have done with a bit of white. Well, that's the 3 colors in that one, and we have 2 ships left on the list. And the next one up is the Surprise. So if you find her in port, I'm just gonna see whether the sun is setting again too much. She may well be. There's the Surprise as base color. I'm just gonna put a quick cut in, and then we're gonna go through the options as we return. See you in a second. Welcome back. Let's get moving again. The sun is coming up behind us here, rising in the east, and we are ready to show the colors for the Surprise. The Surprise is one of the ships that are kind of iconic, especially due to Master Commander, and it has a few options here. The vanilla color with the wide wooden line and the black and yellow details is it's not bad, but it has again the Brest Harbor there. The Surprise is one of the ships that actually carries the Brest Harbor pretty well, because it seems just slightly darker than on some of the other ships. Red detailing, the white deck, and the very pretty stern here. Next option is a classic white, bit more of an American kind of color scheme, or some of the later British ships here. But white on the inside, a lot of white details here and there, and a white line and white outlines on the stern. Sorry, that's a steam overlay. Next one up, Pink Royale. Once again, changing the white colors out just for this pinkish salmony color here. I don't know too many that uses that color, but this is there if you choose to. Rouge Noir, again a very black one, but with a bit of brown detailing, some red on the stern. Makes it stand out a bit. Still the Surprise and the iconography in gold here, and a white deck. Another good color for the Surprise. The Sangre or Sangre, or however you're supposed to pronounce it. The black ship with the wide red line down the side, red internals, keeping the deck the white color, and then the trim on the rear is brown. Last one up for the Surprise is the Unite, which is this blue combination with the salmon color, with a slight hint of red as a line and on the gun ports. That's all the colors for the Surprise here. The last ship up on the list is the Trincomalee. So let's find her in the list there, sure. Now the Trincomalee at its base is not a bad looking ship. The yellow contrasts pretty well with the few red details and the white and the black and the green inside. But the option you have is once again the breast harbor. Again, if you see the difference between the version on the Surprise and on the rest on the Trincomalee, it seems a bit more brownish here, and as it has on a lot more of the others. Red detailing, mainly brown colors, and a bit of wood colors around the details on the rear. Pink Royale, as we've seen it before, though with a slight variation of the green insides here. Let's just show this down before we move on. A lot of pink details on the rear. Not too keen on that color myself. Rouge Noir, again the very black with a freshly scrubbed deck, all new laid. Red on the inside, red trim, and red decorations on the rear. The one we can't pronounce. Keeping with the theme of the other ships, though a slight variation with the thin white line on the bottom. White and black details, red on the inside on the gun ports, and completely black on the rear except for the windows. Same as before, the sorry for bashing the mic. The Stranger or Sangre, or however it's pronounced. The black with the red line on it, and a few red details here and there for the gun ports. A bit more color to the trim on the stern. Another great color for the Trincomalee, in my opinion. The last two is Scarred, which is a very weather-beaten ship, obviously either badly maintained or spent a long time at sea. Again, kind of fits with the pirate theme, and if you are into it, with the colors presenting on the grills and stuff like that, not grills, on the grating here, kind of does scream slave ship, doesn't it? Anyway, muted color, good for pirate stuff, both with the name and the colors. Last one is called Swiss Guard. A lot more pristine looking, blue colors with a bit of white detailing, green on the inside, and some wooden colors on the outside. Again, keeping the red side of the gun ports. A very pristine looking paint job here, and definitely smacks of royalty or specialty here. So that was all the 5th rate ships on the list. All the way from the Belle Pool and the all the way up to the Trincomalee. Now, some of you out there do have the Pandora. As you bought the game pre-launch or earlier, and you have the Trincomalee as well as a DLC. So I'm just quickly going around the 5th rate jobs by actually showing you the Pandora's option. And that's the only DLC ships I'm going to include. And Trincomalee you can build without having the DLC. The Pandora you cannot. The Pandora itself, basic color with the black and wooden sides, the ochre mast and bowsprits and details. Bit of blue and red to do the details. Not a bad looking ship. The options it has as we open up the list. There she was. First up, the black one with the red outline. A bit more detail in this version of the paint scheme compared to some of the others is the white line coming down. Oh, not white, but white line coming down the side and the green insides. This is probably my favorite version of that paint scheme on this type of ship, or on this size of ship, I should say. As you get into the bigger ones, I prefer the all black and red. And the second of the two options is called Velvet. Back to what I like, a bit more muted colors, a few more variation, good work on the detailing with the yellow / golden trim, and that green blue color with the off-white and the black hull. Good work on the details here. So that's a Pandora, and that rounds up all the rank 5 ships in the list, except for the event ships and the other DLC ships are available. Hope you enjoyed the video. As I said earlier, don't forget to like or dislike, comment in the section below anything I can done differently or anything you'd like to see, or just show the support. And look forward to the next one as we move up a bit and look at the rank 4 ships, then on to the thirds and seconds, and finally the firsts. So until we see you next time, stay safe.